What are some of the mind shifts or questions you ask yourself or you've asked your mentees, if I may, that have helped them overcome that situation or that feeling in that moment, feeling like, oh, it's not working out?
Yeah. So it's really interesting is that an idea that you have may or may not work. So every idea that we have doesn't have to work, and it does not mean you failed. An idea that does not work is simply a stepping stone to a different idea and a bigger idea, right? You only fail in life when you give up. Everything else is simply experimentation. An experiment doesn't have to succeed for you to succeed. Experiment simply tells you if it does not succeed, this is what you do next. And that's the beauty of looking at entrepreneurship is purely experimentation. You simply ask yourself, this is what I'm going to experiment with. And even before you do the experiment, you simply says, what are the outcomes? Either it succeeds or fails. If it succeeds, what will I do? If it fails, what's my next step? That means everything is simply information, and using that information, you know what the next step is. Yeah. Whether it succeeds or fails, doesn't matter. You still have the next step. And what I'm trying to say is the next step is not a failure. It doesn't matter which direction you go in. It's just simply a next step. In fact, Thomas Edison said it the best way. He said, I did not fail 1,000 times. I figured out the 1,000 ways the light bulb doesn't work. And that's what allowed me to find a way the light bulb indeed does work, right? So that means every single experiment he did, he learned something from it. And each of them gave him the next chance to say, oh, what if I try this? And then finally he found the way that actually works. So these are all look at life as simply the stepping stone and experiments rather than success or failure.
That's wonderful. So from a point of view, what I'm taking from it, and I hope this is what the person that's listening and watching this takes as well, is that don't approach your business or approach your business as a set of experiments.
That's right.
You're just taking into experiments, and so you have a little bit of that kind of a relationship with it. It's like, I'm not attached to this should work.
Yes.
This could work. But I'm going to try it with the full intention of it to work, but maybe it can not fail, but get feedback.
Everything works. My point is, when you say works, the works is a connotation that means works means it has to succeed for it to work. An experiment always works. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. When you do an experiment and you push the liquid, it is going to come out this way or this way. It doesn't matter which way it comes out. It gives you the next step. So it always works. You just think of everything you do is simply saying, what information would I collect from this? And based on that information, what my next step is going to be. It doesn't matter whether I need to turn left or I need to turn right. It just gives me the direction.